Lehigh Valley PPS presents Scholastic Scrimmage, a weekly program featuring teams from Lehigh Valley high schools in a contest of quick recall. In tonight's championship match, the teams are Parkland High School and William Allen High School. Your host for Scholastic Scrimmage is Dr. Karen Walton, Provost, DeSales University.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Scholastic Scrimmage. This is it, the 29th and final contest of the academic year. Parkland and William Allen have defeated 9 other teams to reach the finals tonight. At the end of this evening's match, the Air Products Foundation will present a $4,000 scholarship award to the championship high school and a $2,000 scholarship award to the runner-up. These awards are made to the schools in the names of the Scholastic Scrimmage participants. This is the 5th time I've had the privilege of introducing these 8 bright students and their coaches. From Parkland High School, Ned Fitzpatrick, a junior. Jack Shee, a junior. Captain Nick Mussolino, a junior. Chris Bench, a senior. And their coach, Wendy Simpson, earth science teacher. From William Allen High School, Joe Mahoney, a junior. Captain Andrew Ung, a senior. Jacqueline Pilch, a senior. Brian Folweiler, a junior. And their coach, Steve Patterson, English teacher. The judges for tonight's contest are Shirley Billheimer and Barbara Cohenauer, the producers of Scholastic Scrimmage, and Marilyn DeLucio and Ron Zabo, retired educators. This is going to be an exciting 40-minute match between 2 outstanding teams. So let's begin the contest with the toss-up in U.S. history. What famous American inventor, born in Milan, Ohio in 1840, Parkland, Chris.
Thomas Edison.
Yes. Held more than 1,000 U.S. patents. What physician developed the first vaccine for polio?
Salk.
Nick?
Salk.
Correct. Next toss-up is in chemistry. Compounds are detected by colors imported to Bunsen burner flames in flame testing. By what color are copper compounds identified? Parkland, Chris?
Green.
And your bonus? What kind of glass is used to distinguish potassium from sodium in flame testing?
Purple.
Nick?
Tinted glass.
Cobalt glass. Toss-up in language arts. The waves ran mountain high is an example of what figure of speech? Parkland, Chris?
Hyperbole.
And it gives you a bonus of 10 points. What literary technique is used in this statement? The child is the father of the man.
Paradox.
Nick?
Paradox.
Certainly a paradox, seemingly self-contradictory. Let's tie a toss-up in world history. 2 men shared the 1978 Nobel Peace Prize. They represented 2 nations that had been considered enemies earlier. William Allen, Bryan.
Sadat and Yitzhak Rabin.
I will continue. Name the men. Parkland. Jack.
Sadat and Mubarak.
Sadat and Begin. Menachem Begin. Next toss-up is in art. Name the famous 20th century artist who painted Girl Before a Mirror, shown on the monitor. William Allen, Jacqueline.
Chagall.
Goes over to Parkland. Chris.
Pablo Picasso.
It is Picasso, and Picasso spent much of his career working in France. However, he was a native of another Western European country. Name that country. Nick?
Spain.
Absolutely. Toss-up in mathematics. I don't think you'll need paper and pencil. Perhaps, but I think not. What is the principal square root of 324? Parkland, Jack?
18.
And your bonus, express the rational number 3/11 as a non-terminating repeating decimal.
0.27272727.
Nick?
0.27 repeating.
Repeating. .27 rep per 10. Good. Toss-up in U.S. geography looking toward a 15-point bonus. This territory was first visited by Danish explorer Vitus Bering in 17... Parkland, Jack.
Alaska.
You are correct, and your bonus for 5 points each. Name the following. The strait between Alaska and Siberia.
Bering Strait.
Nick?
The Bering Strait.
The volcanic islands that extend over 900 miles westward from the tip of the Alaska Peninsula. Nick?
The Aleutian Islands.
And last, the 4 hilly islands located in the Bering Sea and considered to be the world's largest fur seal sanctuary. Nick?
We don't know.
I think you do. Privilov.
Oh.
That rings a bell. You did get 10 out of 15 points. Language arts, British literature. In Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, which of the conspirators is said to have... Parkland, Chris?
Cassius.
Woo! A lean and hungry look. I think that you have a lean and hungry look today, Chris. And your bonus. Who described Cassius as having a lean and hungry look?
I think it's Mark Antony.
Anthony?
Nick?
Anthony.
Julius Caesar.
No.
Yeah.
Toss-up in physics. The name given to an important class of materials used in electronics, which includes silicon and germanium. William Allen Bryan.
Semiconductor.
Semiconductors, and your bonus for 5 points each. What is it called when a tiny amount of impurity is introduced into the crystal structure of a semiconductor? Andrew?
Doping.
It is called doping. Next, since negative charges carry the current in an arsenic-doped crystal, it is referred to as what type of semiconductor? Andrew?
N-type.
It is considered an N-type. Current events. The headline reads, Dems taking Senate in historic party switch. Parkland, Nick.
Jim Jeffords.
You are taking a chance, and you are correct. What state does Jeffords represent? Nick?
Vermont.
Yes. U.S. history. Who was the first African-American woman elected to the U.S. Congress? Shirley Chisholm, a bit before your time. Let's try music. Listen to this lovely melody composed by Franz Liszt. Name it. Liebestrom. Liebestrom. Toss up in algebra. Find the coordinate of the point on the real number line that is 2/3 of the distance from 1 to 10. Parkland, Nick?
7.
And your bonus? If one end of a line segment is -6,4, and the midpoint of the segment is -2,7, find the other endpoint.
210. Yeah, 210.
Nick?
210.
For your 10-point bonus. You might need paper and pencil for this chemistry question. Maybe not, but I think perhaps. The molar mass of caffeine is 195. Avogadro's number is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules per mole. How many molecules are there in 1.95 grams of caffeine? Parkland, Jack?
6.02 times 10 to the 22nd molecules.
Goes over to William Allen. Brian?
6.02 times 10 to the 21st molecules.
21st, and your bonus. The molar mass of acetic acid is 60 grams per mole. What is the molarity of a solution that contains 100 grams of acetic acid in 500 milliliters of solution? Andrew?
1 2/3.
The correct answer is 3.33 molar. Toss-up in current events. The U.S. is still negotiating in an effort to secure the return of its spy plane. In a way, William Allen, Joe?
China.
Absolutely. And your bonus. China wants the plane to be divided into pieces, but the U.S. Defense Secretary does not agree with this strategy. Who is our Defense Secretary, Andrew?
Rumsfeld.
Rumsfeld is correct. Toss-up in American literature. Walt Whitman admired Abraham Lincoln and wrote several literary works about him. Listen to the following lines and name the poem. But oh, heart, 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 oh, the bleeding drops of red where on the deck my captain lies. Parkland, Chris?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
And your bonus? Listen again to some lines from a poem by Whitman. And the great star early drooped in the western sky in the night. I mourned, and yet shall mourn with ever-returning spring. Name the poem from which these lines were taken. Nick?
Song of the Open Road.
When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed. Toss them in world geography. Arrange the Egyptian cities listed on the monitor from the most northern to the most southern. Parkland, Jack?
Alexandria is the most northern. Second is Cairo. Then you get Luxor, and finally Aswan.
Absolutely. Your bonus. 4 countries border the Gulf of Aqaba. One of them is Egypt. Name the other 3 for 5 points each.
And Jordan.
Nick?
Israel, Saudi Arabia, Jordan.
For 15 points. Toss up in biology. What are the tiny filters found in the human kidneys called? Parkland, Jack?
Nephrons.
And your bonus. Urea is a product of what type of metabolism? Is it 1, carbohydrate, 2, lipid, 3, protein, or 4, nucleic acid?
Is it protein?
Nick?
Protein.
Correct. Toss up in current events. According to Dr. Francis Collins, the molecular geneticist who is the director of the Human Genome Project, approximately what percentage of genes are identical in all humans? Is it William Allen, Brian?
99.9%.
I will certainly take that. It was a multiple choice, which you didn't need. What does SNP stand for? Andrew?
Simple nucleic proteins.
No, single nucleotide polymorphism. Try geometry. Find the length of the third leg of a right triangle with hypotenuse of length 6 and one side of length square root of 20. Parkland, Ned?
4.
And your bonus. Explain why the following numbers are or are not the lengths of sides of a right triangle. 8, 10, 13.
Or not.
They're not, because it does not.
Nick?
They're not because they don't satisfy the Pythagorean theorem.
Correct. C squared does not equal A squared plus B squared. Next toss-up is in world history. Sir Arthur Evans discovered the remains of an ancient civilization on the Greek island of Crete. William Allen, Andrew?
Knossos.
I will continue. What name is given to this ancient civilization? Parkland, Chris?
The Minoans.
And your bonus for 15 points. 5 points each. Answer the following questions. First, Evans felt that his discovery supported the theory that a famous piece of ancient literature might actually be based on historical fact. Name this ancient work.
It was Plato's. Plato's work, Atlantis.
It was the Iliad. And who wrote the Iliad? For 5 points. Nick?
Homer.
And for another 5 points, what is the name of the Cretan city that Evans excavated?
Just Gnosis.
Nick?
Gnosis.
Yes, so you have a total of 10 points. Toss up in vocabulary, multiple choice. From the following choices, what is the correct meaning for urbane? Is it 1, indifferent, 2, wise, 3, rude, or 4, refined? William Allen Andrew?
4.
It is refined. And give the English phrase to correspond either with the Latin aria mediocritas or the French juste milieu. Andrew?
Just average.
I don't think that we judges a ruling. We are not going to take that. Happy medium, golden mean. Judges will not accept your answer. Good try. Toss up in chemistry. When 6 liters of hydrogen gas react completely with 2 liters of nitrogen gas at a certain pressure and a certain temperature, how many liters of ammonia gas are produced? Parkland, Ned.
2.
Over to William Allen. Brian.
3.
4. Honing in on it. A toss-up in art. On the monitor is St. Peter's Cathedral from the apse end. This exterior wall and the magnificent dome were designed by a Renaissance artist who mastered Parkland. Chris?
Michelangelo?
Was Michelangelo. And the drawing shown on the monitor is from the notebook of a Renaissance artist who was also an accomplished scientist. Name him. Nick?
Leonardo da Vinci.
For 10 points. Toss up in U.S. history. You are part of an expedition led by an American in 1908 and 1909. You trudge through the wilderness to reach a spot never before visited. Your compass becomes useless. On April 6, 1909, you finally reach your destination. William Allen Bryan?
The North Pole.
What was that destination? You took a chance on what the question was. And for your bonus, 5 points each, name the leader of the first expedition to reach the North Pole. Andrew?
Harry?
And for the second bonus, name the leader of the expedition that reached the South Pole first.
Bird?
Andrew?
Bird?
Amundsen. Roland Amundsen. Ronald. Let's try a toss-up in American literature. Name the American author who penned the following lines about his young wife. It was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden, William Allen Jacklin.
Poe.
It was Poe. And Dashiell Hammett breathed new life into the crime story genre in the 1920s with cool, hard-as-nails detectives. Who was the hero of The Maltese Falcon, as well as several short stories? Andrew?
Mike Hamer?
Sam Spade. Let's try a toss-up in physics. The logarithmic scale used to measure the intensity of sound is given in terms of what units? Parkland, Jack?
Decibels.
And your bonus for 5 points each. The threshold of hearing has a sound intensity of how many decibels? Nick?
15.
It's 0. And the threshold of pain has a sound intensity of how many decibels?
No, more.
Nick?
120.
Correct. They were surprised by their correct answer. Good for you. Toss up in mathematics. The dimensions of a rectangular piece of paper can be represented by 2 consecutive odd integers. Its area is 99 square inches. Find its dimensions. Parkland, Nick, Ned?
9 by 11.
And your bonus? A window is 5 feet wider and it is high. Its area is 36 square feet. Find its width and height.
94. Yes, 94.
Nick?
Width 9, height 4.
Fine. And your toss-up next is in music. Pictured on the monitor is the composer of comic operas, who is particularly well known for Can-Can. Parkland Chris?
Jacques Offenbach.
Absolutely. And for your bonus, listen to a segment from the most famous piece of Offenbach's 5-act opera, The Tales of For 5 points each, name the piece from the beginning of Act 4. Nick?
The Blue Danube.
Not exactly. Barcarolle. And what does the term barcarolle mean?
Derogatory insult.
Nick?
It's an insult.
It is both songs. Let's try a toss-up in world geography. You'll get this. What country are you visiting when in Marrakesh or Casablanca? William Allen Bryan?
Morocco.
You are in Morocco. Name the large African nation that is Morocco's neighbor to the east. Andrew?
Algeria.
Good for you. Next is a toss-up in vocabulary multiple choice. From the following choices, which phrase is closest in meaning to the word pedagogue? Is it 1, traveler afoot, 2, infant's caretaker, 3, professional tutor, or William Allen Joe?
3.
It is professional tutor. Again, a multiple choice for your bonus. From the following choices, which word or words is closest in meaning to the term desiccate? Is it 1, dry out, 2, Andrew?
1.
It is 1, dry out. It's halftime, and the score is 300 Parkland and 115 William Allen. At halftime of the final contest, the captains tell us something about their school. So let's begin with Parkland and Nick.
We have a short video to present.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And I think that has the audio with it, too.
Let's take a look.
Parkland High School and its students strive to go beyond what is the preconceived status quo for high school students. Parkland does not take its job lying down. With the erection of a new $80 million school, the district has shown its commitment to the kids whom they serve. Says junior Nick Mussolino, though, it is the kids and teachers, not the building, which makes Parkland great.
Parkland High School isn't made great by its building, but by the people inside. The students are dedicated to learning, and the teachers to providing excellent opportunities for education and for scholarship.
The winning spirit of Parkland scholars proves Nick's words true. The debate team, for one, has taken the LVIDA League Championship for more than a decade consecutively, and the school's Scholastic Scrimmage team is consistently one of the area's finest. Parkland prides itself with a respectable IB admission rate, great TSSA scores, and one of the very highest advanced placement success rates in the entire nation. However, Parkland is not all academic. The new high school was built with the arts in mind. Comprising an entire wing, the arts department affords students the opportunity to express themselves artistically in a myriad of ways. Although Parkland recognizes the importance of classical mediums such as paint and charcoal, it also allows students to expand their abilities with a full-size photographic lab and computer rendering. Other students may wish to express their talents on stage, and the high school has been equipped with a Broadway-sized auditorium, complete with a full lighting system, orchestra pit, 1,500-seat mezzanine, and 1,000-seat balcony. A select few find themselves in Parkland's very own digital television studio. The high school would not be complete without our last wing, the athletic wing, and with 2 state titles this year and 6 conference titles, Parkland proves that its students don't just work hard, but play hard as well. Both boys and girls dominated the Lehigh Valley this year, but it was the girls who took home state gold in both swimming and cross country. Parkland High School continues to work hard to give its students the benefits of a large school, while also pairing with it the individual attention needed to foster kids to be future leaders in academics of our nation. For Parkland Morning News, I'm Andrew Bench.
Thank you very much, Nick. Andrew, will you please tell us something about William Allen High School?
We also have a short video to present.
Okay, let's roll it.
William Allen opened in 1858 and currently serves 3,000 students. The student-run William Allen Construction Company has made recent renovations to the school, including the foyer and the main hallway. The auditorium is a spacious theater-style facility which features 3 levels of seating, all the better for viewing guest lectures, concerts, and musicals. Allen must accommodate 1,000 students per lunch period. Students have a choice of 3 cafeterias, the main, the annex, or the student center. Allen's library contains 30,000 books, a distance learning lab, microfiche, CD-ROMs, and fully networked computers. The dance studio and black box theater can be used for electives or for the dance and theater majors in Allen's Academy of Arts. For those interested in music, singers and instrumentalists may participate in the choir, band, or orchestra. There are many ways to express the arts. The Health Science Academy is Allen's other academy. Next year, there will be even more choices. The J. Milo Seward's Gymnasium, the Natatorium, and the J. Bernie Crum Stadium down the road helped carry on the tradition of Allen athletics. The Computer and Math Lab is one of the school's high-tech rooms. If you want distance learning or an AP calculus class, this is the place to be. Science is only one of many departments at Allen High School. Within these 5 buildings are the workings of a quality educational system. It carries on the well-rounded tradition of excellence at William Allen High School.
Thank you, William Allen. Let's continue. There's plenty of time to catch up. With a toss-up in biology, multiple choice. A person with severe diarrhea may develop acidosis. This is because 1, dehydration causes acidosis. 2, alkaline intestinal contents have been lost, causing a pH imbalance. 3, excessive amounts of sodium chloride build up in the blood. Or 4, the liver stops producing alkaline bile. Not a popular question. It's number 3. Alkaline intestinal contents have been lost, causing a pH imbalance. Let's try this one, a toss-up in mathematics. You may need paper and pencil, I'm not sure. What is the maximum value of y if the equation on the monitor is graphed on the xy plane? The equation, of course, is y is equal to 4 over x squared plus 1. Parkland, Nick?
4.
It is 4. And for your bonus, find the domain and range of the equation on the monitor. No partial credit will be given, and the equation, of course, is y is equal to x cubed. Nick, the domain?
All real numbers.
And the range?
Also all real numbers.
For 10-point bonus. World geography. Name the Mediterranean island that was sold by the Italian city-state of Genoa to France. William Allen Bryan?
Corsica.
It was the birthplace of Napoleon. You didn't need that, so for your bonus, 4 major cities are located on the northern coast of Libya. Name any 2 for 10 points, no partial credit given. Andrew?
Tripoli and Barbary?
No. Tripoli, Benghazi, Tobruk, Misrata. So that you don't get that since no partial credit was given for it. Next toss-up is U.S. history. Picture on the monitor was taken in about 1900 at the location of the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Name the state of this site. Montana. American literature. What children's author wrote Muggy Maggie, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, and Dear Parkland Chris,
Judy Bloom.
I will continue. Brian?
Beverly Cleary.
Correct. And your bonus. Another well-known children's author wrote Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, Blubber. Andrew?
Judy Bloom.
Yes. Little help from your friends over in Parkland. Toss-up in computer science. On the morning of May 5th, 2000, what infamous computer worm infected many of the world's computers? William Allen Bryan.
The Melissa virus.
Goes over to Parkland. The love bug. As a matter of fact, I was given that bug by none other than Barbara Cohenauer, one of the producers of this. Her to thank that for screwing up my computer. She did it unintentionally. She never turned on her computer it just happened. Toss up in general mathematics. Given the sets A, B, and U, as defined on the monitor, with A and B subsets of the universal set U. List the elements in the set A prime intersect B. William Allen Andrew.
The set containing 2 and 4.
Absolutely. And your bonus. You'll probably need paper and pencil. Express 1, 3, 2, base 10 as a base 7 numeral. Andrew?
122.
246. Toss up in U.S. history, looking forward to a 15-point bonus. The time is October 1781. General Washington and General Cornwallis work out the terms of the British surrender. Parkland Jack?
Yorktown.
You are in Yorktown. Your bonus. 15 points. Name the winners, either the American colonists or the British, of each of the following Revolutionary War battles. First, Battle of Princeton. Nick?
Americans.
Yes. Battle of Brandywine Creek.
British.
Nick?
The British.
Yes. And last siege of Yorktown.
American.
Nick?
The American colonists.
For 15-point total. Toss up in British literature. What are the next two words spoken by Arsenio in this line from Shakespeare's Twelfth Night? If music be the food of love, play on. Toss up, physics. Which two of the following are vector quantities? Velocity, mass, speed. Parkland Chris?
Velocity in the third one.
I will continue. Over to William Allen. Velocity, mass, speed, force, time. Brian?
Velocity and force.
Correct. What term fits the following definition? A measure of the effectiveness of a force in producing rotation about a particular reference axis. A vector quantity numerically equal to the product of the force and inertia. Andrew?
Torque.
Yes, absolutely. Toss up in mathematics. Solve the inequality on the monitor in the real number system, which is the absolute value of 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 5. William Allen Andrew?
X is less than or equal to 2, and X is more than or equal to negative 3.
Absolutely. And your bonus. What is the number of years if a century is added to a millennium and then is divided by a decade? Andrew?
110.
For 10 points. Toss-up, British literature. Name Milton's epic poem in which Parkland Chris?
Paradise Lost.
Satan is a major character, and for your bonus, Milton suffered from a major handicap for a large portion of his adult life. He refers to it in many of his works. What is it? Nick?
He was blind.
He was blind. Toss up in U.S. geography, looking forward to a 15-point bonus. What state has Carson City, William Allen Andrew,
Nevada.
as its capital, and your bonus for 5 points each? Name any 3 United States capitals whose names end in the letter A. Time is up. They are Atlanta, Topeka, Augusta, Helena, Columbia, Olympia. Toss up in biology. Pictured on the monitor is the famous horticulturalist who was known as the plant wizard because of the many hybrids he perfected. William Allen Jacklin.
Mendel? Mendel?
Goes over to Parkland. Who was he? Luther Burbank. Plant wizard. Geometry. Give the coordinates of the center of a circle. If the circle is tangent to both axes, has a radius of 6, and the center is in the 3rd quadrant. Parkland Nick?
-6, -6.
And for your bonus, give the equation of that circle.
X minus plus 6 squared.
X plus 6
Plus y plus 6 squared.
equals 36.
Nick?
Quantity x plus 6 squared plus the quantity y plus 6 squared is 36.
Right on. Toss up. World history. What war ended the Austro-Hungarian monarchy? Parkland Nick?
World War I.
And for your bonus, name the organization that won the only Nobel Peace Prize awarded during World War I.
Red Cross. Yeah.
Good guess.
Nick?
Red Cross.
Correct. Toss up in world geography, looking forward to a 15-point bonus. To visit Trondheim, Narvik, and Bergen. Parkland Jack?
Norway.
You would visit Norway. And for 5 points each, name the capitals of these 3 Nordic countries. First, Sweden. Nick?
Stockholm.
Finland.
Helsinki.
Nick?
Helsinki.
And Iceland.
Reykjavik. Reykjavik.
For a total of 15 points. Art. From the following choices, name the Impressionists. Parkland Chris?
Monet.
It is Monet. You didn't need the choices. And name the country in which this style of Impressionism first developed. Nick?
France.
France. Toss up in vocabulary, multiple choice. From the following choices, select the correct meaning for trepidation. 1, weariness. 2, sadness. 3, uncertainty. 4, Parkland Chris?
Uncertainty.
You were not uncertain about that one. And so you get a bonus for 5 points each. What part of speech is trepidation? Nick?
It's a noun.
And spell trepidation, no correcting yourself once you begin. Nick?
Trepidation.
For 10 points. Chemistry. What is the name given to the unit that equals 1/1,000,000th of a second? Parkland Nick?
Microsecond.
And your bonus, multiple choice. In municipal water treatment plants, it is necessary to precipitate colloidal suspensions of clay particles which are negatively charged. Which of the substances pictured on the monitor would be most effective? Would it be 1, sodium chloride, 2, calcium chloride, 3, potassium sulfate, or 4, aluminum sulfate?
No, that's plus 3. But I mean, the total would be.
Nick?
Choice 4.
It is aluminum sulfate. Toss-up is in American literature. Which 19th century American author wrote the following? I went to the woods because I wished to live, Parkland, Chris?
Thoreau.
Deliberately. To enjoy, and so on and so forth. And your bonus? What is the name of James Fenimore Cooper's heroic frontiersman in such novels as The Last of the Mohicans and The Deer Slayer? Nick?
Leatherstocking.
Correct. What else was Leatherstocking called?
Deer Slayer.
Natty Bumpo.
That too.
Okay, that too. Good for you. Toss up in algebra. If A plus B is equal to 3, Parkland Jack
9.
is correct. You use the difference of two squares to solve that one. And your bonus. To get an A in a course, you must have an average of at least 90% on 4 tests that have 100 points each. If your scores on the first 3 tests were 87, 92, and 84, what is the lowest percent that you can score on the 4th test and still get an A for the course? Nick?
97.
Yes, and I think all 8 of you are used to getting A's on all of your courses. Next toss-up is in biology. Name the hormone that stimulates red blood cell production. Erythropoietin. Let's try a toss-up in world geography. The mosque on the monitor is located in a city that has been inhabited for the last 2,500 years. It is the Parkland Jack.
Damascus.
It is the capital of Syria. Name the city. And for your bonus, name the seaport city of Lebanon that was founded by the Phoenicians in the 7th century BC. It is the 2nd largest city in the country.
Which is higher with
Nick?
Tyre.
Tripoli. Toss up in geometry. What is the length of the radius of the circle? X squared. Parkland, Nick?
4.
Goes over to William Allen. The circle is x squared plus 4x plus y squared is equal to 0. Andrew?
2.
Good for you. And your bonus. 2-part. Consider the line segment from the point A with coordinates 2, 1 to point B with coordinates 5, 3. For 5 points each, first, find the slope of the line AB. Andrew?
2/3.
And second, find the length of the line segment AB. Andrew?
Square root of 20.
Square root of 13. Let's go to a toss-up in world history. In what year did Adolf Hitler become Chancellor of Germany? William Allen Bryan?
1931.
Parkland Jack?
1933.
Correct. In what year did France surrender to Hitler? Nick?
1940.
Yes. Multiple choice, vocabulary. Your teacher asked you to correct a fallacious statement in your term paper. From the following choices, is the statement 1, not properly serious, 2, contemptuous, 3, misleading? William Allen Jacqueline?
3.
It is misleading. The contest is over. The final score is Parkland 540 and William Allen 200. Two excellent teams.